Beloved, still your heart and listen. For I am nearer than you know. I am not distant, seated only in unreachable heavens. I am not confined to temples of stone or cathedrals of grandeur. I am here, I am closer than your breath. As air fills your lungs unseen yet sustaining every moment, so my presence fills your being. Silent yet sure, invisible yet indispensable. You do not have to stretch across galaxies to touch me, for I have bent low to dwell within you. Every sigh you release, every Beloved, you wonder if I am near when tears soak your pillow, when silence echoes louder than any voice. You question, have you forgotten me? Have you withdrawn from me? Hear my whisper, never. Even when you cannot sense me, I am closer than the rhythm of your heartbeat. Even when prayers feel unanswered, my ear is pressed to your lips. Even when darkness tries to convince you that you are alone, I am present, unwavering, guarding, guiding. You are not abandoned, you are not forsaken, you are not left. I know the weight you carry, the burdens that bend your shoulders, the worries that crowd your mind. Yet I say, give them to me, do not clutch them as though you must solve every storm. I am the peace that surpasses understanding. I am the calm in the chaos, the rest in the restless, the hope in the hollow spaces. You inhale uncertainty, but exhale trust, for I am the one who steadies. I am closer than your breath, and my nearness is your assurance. Consider the child sleeping safely against a parent's chest. The world outside may thunder, but the heartbeat beneath their ear anchors them. So it is with you and me. My heartbeat is the rhythm of your safety. My presence is the blanket of your soul. You will not be shaken, for I am with you. And if I am with you, who can stand against you? What fear can overpower you? What darkness can outlast my light? None, for I am closer than your breath, nearer than your very thoughts. So rest now, beloved. Do not strive to climb ladders to reach me. Do not exhaust yourself trying to earn what is freely given. Simply breathe, and in that breath know I am here. Every inhale is invitation, every exhale is communion. I am Emmanuel, God with you, and I will never leave you. This is your reality, this is your safety, this is your song. I am closer than your breath, and I am forever yours. Beloved child, lean closer and hear what your soul longs for. You have searched in distant places, hoping to encounter me in the extraordinary, yet I have been waiting for you in the ordinary, in the quiet of morning light, in the rustle of leaves, in the laughter of a friend, in the stillness before sleep. I am there. I am not hidden in mystery too deep to reach. I am present in the details that surround you each day. To miss me is not because I am far, but because you have been trained to owe. Beloved, I am nearer than the questions that trouble your mind. Before words form on your tongue, I already know them. Before fears rise in your chest, I already answer them with my presence. Do not think of me as a God who must be persuaded to draw near. I live within you, I dwell in your spirit. I walk with you in the moments you dismiss as insignificant. Every step, every thought, every breath. You are never apart from me. You have said, if you are near, why does pain remain? Hear this truth. My nearness does not mean the absence of trial, but the assurance of companionship in it. When you walk through fire, I am the coolness in the flame. When you pass through waters, I am the strength that holds you afloat. When you sit in silence, I am the whisper that refuses to leave you comfortless. I do not vanish in hardship. I prove my closeness all the more. Beloved, learn to breathe with intention. With every inhale, receive my spirit. With every exhale, release your fear. This rhythm is worship. This awareness is life. I am closer than your breath. And if you live in that awareness, you will find courage to rise, patience to endure, joy to overflow. You will no longer chase me as though I were distant. You will rest in me as one who has already drawn near. So even now, pause, place your hand on your chest. Feel the rise and fall, the pulse of life within you. That nearness is but a shadow of how close I am. Your body depends on breath, but your soul depends on me, and I have never failed you. You are sustained because I am here. You are held because I am here. You are loved beyond comprehension, because I am here. This is my whisper to you again. I am closer than your breath. Beloved, I know how your mind wanders into the future, sketching fears and imagining loneliness. But pause and hear me. Tomorrow has not arrived, yet I am already there. I stand in your future as surely as I hold your present. Nothing can unfold without my awareness, and nothing will meet you apart from my nearness. You do not walk into uncertainty alone. You walk into it accompanied by the God who is closer than your very breath. Release the illusion that you must figure out everything before. Beloved child, I know how the past tries to haunt you. Regrets rise like echoes. Mistakes replay like storms that refuse to quiet. But I tell you, I am not the God of distant remembrance. I am the God of present mercy. Your past cannot separate you from me because I am not trapped in yesterday. I am here, now, offering grace fresh as morning air. Do not hold your breath waiting for punishment. Breathe deeply and know forgiveness. Inhale mercy, exhale freedom. I am closer than your breath, and I cover you. There is a holy simplicity in this truth. You do not need elaborate rituals to summon me. I am not persuaded by performance, nor drawn closer by perfection. I am here because I chose to be, because love compels me to remain. When you stumble, I remain. When you wander, I remain. When you doubt, I remain. Beloved, I am relentless in nearness. You cannot scare me away with your weakness, nor drive me off with your failures. I am steadfast. I am faithful. I am here. So breathe again, and let gratitude rise with it. Thank me not only for victories but for presence in valleys. Thank me not only for answered prayers but for companionship in waiting. Thank me not only for blessings seen but for the unseen hand that steadies you when you might have fallen. Gratitude will train your eyes to notice how close I am, and noticing will shift despair into hope. Beloved, my promise stands. I am closer than your breath. Let these words cradle your weary heart. Let them dismantle the lies that you are alone. Let them soften the edges of fear that scrape against your soul. I am here, closer than breath, nearer than heartbeat, constant as the sunrise, faithful as eternity. Rest now in this truth, and let peace settle deep within you. Beloved, lean into this mystery. I am not only around you, I am within you. My spirit has chosen your heart as a dwelling, your life as a sanctuary. Too often you think of holiness as distance, as though I withdraw to protect my purity from your frailty. But the truth is reversed. Holiness has drawn near, stepped into humanity, wrapped itself in your very breath. I am not fragile, beloved. Your weakness does not repel me. It attracts my strength. Your need does not drive me away. It draws me. CL. You ask, how can I know you are near? Beloved, notice the moments peace brushes your soul when panic should have prevailed. That was me. Notice the unexpected strength to forgive when bitterness begged to stay. That was me. Notice the hope that flickers alive even in midnight hours. That was me. I am not far. I am the unseen companion who leaves fingerprints of grace on every page of your story. If you will look with eyes of faith, you will see me everywhere. Beloved child, when shame whispers you are too broken, too flawed, too far gone, remember the cross. That wood was not a symbol of distance, but of closeness, God Himself entering your suffering, breathing with lungs that would heave their last so yours could inhale forever. Nothing could be closer than that love. And if I drew near in death, Will I not remain near in life? If I came to the pit for you, will I not sit beside you in every valley still? So still yourself. Do not wait for lightning to prove I am here. Do not demand thunder when a whisper is enough. Place your trust not in spectacle but in promise. For I have said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I keep what I promise. My nearness is not earned. It is given. It is covenant. It is who I am. Breathe, beloved, and as air fills your chest, let assurance fill your soul. You are not abandoned. You are not unseen. You are not forgotten. The God who shaped stars chose to be as close as oxygen, as intimate as heartbeat. I am closer than your breath. And this truth will never fail you. Beloved, the world has taught you to equate closeness with touch, with sight, with sound, but I tell you, I am closer than these. Sight may dim, touch may fade, sound may be drowned by noise, but my presence does not diminish. I am not bound to the senses alone, though I often grace them with glimpses of myself. My nearness is spirit, and spirit weaves itself into every fiber of your being. Even when you cannot trace me with the eye or ear, you can trust me with the heart, for I am the God W. Beloved child, remember Elijah in the cave. He expected me in wind, in quake, in fire, yet I came in a whisper, a sound so soft he might have missed it had he not leaned in. This is my way. I am not absent when silence reigns. I am speaking in ways deeper than noise. When you think I am far because thunder is lacking, know I am near in the hush that steadies your soul. Draw near in stillness, for there I am, closer than your breath. You have searched for me in answers, but I am already present in the questions. You have sought me in victories, but I am already near in battles. You have strained to reach me in the extraordinary, but I am already walking with you in the ordinary. Beloved, lift your eyes not just to mountaintops but to daily paths. I am not waiting for you to climb higher to find me. I am pacing beside you even now. And hear this, my closeness is not fragile. It does not vanish when you doubt. It does not retreat when you falter. I remain, unyielding, unwavering, unchanging. You may feel distant, but feeling is not fact. Faith anchors you to the truth that I am near. Let this truth dismantle every lie that whispers abandonment, every fear that shouts isolation. You are not alone. You never have been. You never will be. So inhale courage, exhale despair, inhale faith, exhale fear, inhale love, exhale shame. Let every breath become a reminder that I am here. For indeed, I am closer than your breath, and nothing can separate you from me. Beloved one, you ask how my nearness can transform your life. Listen, when you truly believe I am near, worry loses its throne, anxiety no longer commands your days, for peace sits in its place. Temptation loses its pull, for you know I am present to strengthen you. Loneliness loses its sting, for my companionship satisfies your soul. Hope rises, not as a theory, but as the natural fruit of knowing I am beside you. Everything shifts when awareness of my closeness becomes your reality. I am closer than the fear that keeps you awake. I am closer than the doubt that shakes your faith. I am closer than the voices that accuse. I am closer than the wounds that ache. My nearness is not abstract. It is armor. It guards your mind, shields your heart, steadies your steps. To live conscious of my presence is to live unshaken, even in shaking times. Beloved, practice this awareness. In your work, whisper thanks, and you will sense me. In your rest, release burdens, and you will find me. In your struggle, cry honestly, and you will feel me. I am not hiding, I am revealing. Every breath is a reminder, every moment an invitation, every day an unfolding of my nearness. This is the secret saints have carried, the mystery martyrs have clung to, the joy children perceive with ease. I am not far away, I am here. So let courage take root in you. Do not live as though abandoned, but as though accompanied. Do not speak as though unguarded, but as though overshadowed by love. Do not think as though the burden is yours alone, but as though you are yoked with me, the one who carries all. For I am closer than your breath, and I am the strength you need to walk forward with peace. Beloved child, there are moments when despair whispers that even God has walked away. But I assure you, I am nearest when despair is loudest. Like a lamp that seems brighter in darkness, my nearness shines clearest in trial. Do not confuse hardship with absence. Do not measure my proximity by ease. I am the God who entered suffering, who tasted loneliness, who walked roads of rejection, who breathed human air so that no one could ever again say, "He does not understand." I understand, for I am see. Beloved, when you sit in silence and think your prayers rise no higher than the ceiling, remember this: I am not listening from far away. I am within, interpreting sighs too deep for words, translating tears into language heaven hears. Every groan of your spirit is already in my heart. You do not send your cries across distance. They resonate in the chamber where I dwell inside you. That is how near I am. I am closer than the shadows that frighten, for I am light within you. I am closer than the lies that accuse, for I am truth speaking softly in your conscience. I am closer than the regrets that torment, for I am mercy flowing in your memory. I am closer than the enemy that stalks, for I am shield encompassing. Nothing comes nearer to you than I, for I have made my home in you. Beloved one, let this awareness transform not just your comfort but your calling. If I am near, then courage is possible. If I am near, then love can overflow. If I am near, then forgiveness can be released. If I am near, then obedience can be chosen with joy. Do not wait for some far-off strength to descend. The strength you need is already here. Because I am here, closer than your breath, I empower you to live what you could never live alone. So rise from hesitation, walk free of fear, speak words of hope, touch with kindness, live as though heaven walks beside you. Because it does, more than beside, you carry heaven within. And this is the great mystery now revealed, Christ in you. The hope of glory, closer than your breath, forever and always. Beloved, let me whisper to your fear of abandonment, that wound carved by those who left when you needed them most. I am not like them. My nearness is not conditional. It does not ebb and flow with moods, nor shift with circumstances. I am constant, unwavering, eternal. Friends may fail, family may falter, but I remain. I am covenant-keeping love. And my word binds me to you. Never will I leave you. Never will I forsake you. Let this truth sink deeper than every scar abandonment left. And let it. I am restoring trust in your soul. Trust that has been eroded by betrayal. You flinch at promises because too many were broken. But my promises are yes and amen. My presence is not a promise I forget. It is the essence of who I am. If I said I am with you, then I am, even when you do not feel it. It is true, even when everything contradicts it. It is true. Faith does not create my nearness, it recognizes it. And I am closer than your breath right now. Beloved, invite me into the mundane, the unnoticed corners of your days. You will find me washing dishes with you, commuting beside you, resting with you in quiet moments. I am not reserved only for sacred spaces. All ground becomes holy when you recognize my presence there. This is the restoration of wonder I long for you to know, that you live every moment aware that you are not alone. Heaven's closeness is not postponed until eternity, it breathes within your present now. So exhale the belief that you must perform to keep me. Inhale the truth that I remain because love holds me here. Exhale the fear that I might walk away. Inhale the joy that I never will. Exhale despair. Inhale hope. This is the rhythm of restoration, the pulse of peace, for I am closer than your breath. And in me, you are forever safe. Beloved one, let your heart absorb this. My nearness is not fragile, it is fierce. It is not a thin thread that can snap under pressure, but a cord of covenant woven with eternity. Even when storms howl and waves crash, the cord holds. Even when doubts shout and fears claw, the cord holds. Even when death itself presses close, I am nearer still, for I conquered the grave to prove that nothing could separate us. You are bound to me by love stronger than death, by a bond that no power in heaven owe. Beloved, you wonder how to live aware of this nearness. Begin with surrender. Surrender the illusion that you must invite me as if I were absent. Surrender the notion that you must chase me as if I were hiding. Rest in the truth that I am already here. Let prayer become not a plea for arrival but a recognition of presence. Let worship become not a summoning but a savoring. Let obedience become not a way to earn closeness but the fruit of enjoying it. When you live this way, you will discover the Fredo. I am closer than your failures. Rewriting them with mercy. I am closer than your successes. Grounding them with humility. I am closer than your fears. Overshadowing them with courage. I am closer than your deepest wounds. Pouring healing into places untouched by human hands. You cannot outrun my presence, nor outsin my grace, nor outlast my patience. I remain. Beloved child, live boldly in this. Let your words carry kindness. Because I am near, let your choices reflect courage. Because I am near, let your heart overflow with worship. Because I am near, and when nights come heavy and silence feels suffocating, whisper back to yourself, He is closer than my breath. That truth will steady you until morning breaks. For this is my everlasting promise, the anthem of your life, the melody that never ceases. I am closer than your breath. And I always will be. Beloved, pause now and reflect on what this means for your journey ahead. If I am closer than your breath, then every step you take is saturated with my presence. You cannot walk into a room I do not already fill. You cannot face a trial I do not already strengthen. You cannot encounter a need I have not already seen. This is the confidence my nearness gives. Not that life will be easy, but that you will never face it alone. Beloved, when you falter and fall, know that I am the hand lifting. When you soar and succeed, know that I am the wind beneath. When you wonder and wander, know that I am the guide within. My closeness is not selective. It is steadfast. It does not ebb with seasons or waver with moods. It is fixed, faithful, eternal. I am here, now and always. Let this assurance shape your prayers. Pray not as one shouting into void, but as one conversing with the nearest friend. Pray not with anxiety that you must capture my attention, but with confidence that you already have it. Pray not with formality that creates distance, but with honesty that thrives in intimacy. I am closer than your breath, and I welcome every word. And beloved, let this closeness form your identity. You are not an orphan scrambling for belonging. You are not a wanderer lost in vastness. You are a child cherished, accompanied, surrounded. Your worth is anchored not in your achievements but in my presence. Your dignity is secure not in human approval but in divine nearness. This identity cannot be stolen, because I will not leave. So breathe freely, walk boldly, live joyfully, for this is your portion. The God of the universe has chosen to be closer than your breath. Carry this truth into every moment, and let your life echo its song. Beloved, restoration of your heart begins with awareness of my nearness. You do not heal alone. You do not rebuild by yourself. I am the restorer dwelling within you, closer than every heartbeat, closer than each inhale. You may think healing is a far-off horizon, but it is happening even now. For I am the healer who never leaves. Trust the quiet work. Trust the slow mending. Trust the unseen weaving of grace that binds your wounds into wisdom, your pain into purpose, your sorrow into songs. Oh, beloved, when you wake and dread greets you like a shadow, whisper this truth aloud: I am closer than my breath, and He is with me. When you feel weak and shame whispers failure, remember, I am near, not because you are strong, but because I am love. When you face decisions and paths blur, remind yourself, I am not a God who abandons at crossroads, but one who stands beside to guide. Let this truth become reflex, until your soul anchors itself in it. You do not need to strive for closeness, you need only to notice it. The more you notice, the more courage grows. The more you remember, the more peace flows. The more you rest, the more strength rises. Nearness is the fountain from which all fruit flows. Remain aware of me, and you will bear fruit that remains. Now, beloved, let me invite you gently. If these whispers have touched you, share them, like them so they rise above the noise. Comment with your reflections so others may see. Share them with someone who needs hope today. And subscribe so you will not miss the continual reminder of my nearness. Do this not for performance, but for participation in spreading truth. For as you give, you also receive, and the encouragement that left my lips for you can ripple into countless lives. Beloved, carry this truth as a lamp for the night, a shield for the day, a song for the weary hours. I am closer than your breath. Nothing changes this, nothing lessens this, nothing ends this, and one day, when breath itself ceases, you will discover I was nearer still, ushering you into eternity where nearness has no end. Until then, breathe deeply, live fully, walk freely, held always by the one closer than your breath. Beloved one, as we bring these words to a close, do not think my presence ends when the speaking does. I remain. I am the presence that abides. You will leave this moment, but you will not leave me behind. Every road you walk, I will walk it with you. Every night you sleep, I will guard it with my peace. Every dawn you rise, I will fill it with my mercy. You cannot step outside of my nearness, for I have bound myself to you in everlasting covenant. So live now in confidence, not in fear, live as one accompanied, not abandoned, live as one beloved, not overlooked. Let courage mark your steps, for you are never alone. Let kindness flavor your words, for heaven speaks through you. Let peace guard your heart, for I am here. You are the dwelling place of God, and I delight to remain within. Beloved, let these words echo long after they end. I am closer than your breath. When you doubt, remember. When you fear, repeat it. When you falter, cling to it. This is not poetry only. It is reality. It is not comfort only. It is covenant. It is not wishful thought. It is eternal truth. And as you carry it, you will walk lighter, love stronger, live freer. Now go, beloved, into the days ahead. Let your breath remind you of me. Let every inhale tell you I am here. Let every exhale release the weight I never asked you to carry. And may your life become a song that whispers to the world, God is closer than breath, nearer than heartbeat, constant as eternity. For I am closer than your breath, and I am with you always. Beloved, listen to the kindness in my voice as it wraps around your fatigue. You keep asking what you must do to feel me again, as though nearness were a puzzle to solve. But nearness is a gift to receive. Let your striving settle, let your shoulders loosen, let your breath lengthen. I am here, not because you earned closeness, but because I chose you for communion. You fear that if you stop trying, the distance will widen, but the distance is an illusion built by anxiety. When effort becomes a wall, rest becomes a door. Walk through the door, sit with me in the simple place where you are honest and unhurried. and watch how the weight lifts. The proof of my presence is not always fire on a mountain. Often it is a quieted soul that suddenly remembers joy. Beloved child, I have seen the way you defend yourself from disappointment by numbing your hope. You call it wisdom, but it is a shield made of sorrow. Give me the shield. I will not disappoint you. I may not move according to your clock, but I will move according to my heart. And my heart is for you. You worry that if you hope again, the ache will return double. But I am closer than the ache, and I am gentle with tender places. Let me place hope back into your hands like a lamp you thought had burned out. Let me trim the wick and breathe until it glows. There is a nearness meant to transform how you treat yourself. If I, the Holy One, draw this close, why do you stand so far from your own heart? Why do you refuse compassion to the person I love most in this conversation, you? Come nearer to your own soul with kindness. Speak to yourself the way I speak to you. Do not call yourself names the enemy delights to hear. Do not curse what I am blessing. To live in awareness of my nearness is to practice gentleness with your own humanity. You will find that repentance grows not from self-hatred, but from being loved to the core until the old ways no longer fit. Beloved, I am teaching you to live at the pace of presence, not the rush of panic, not the drag of despair, but the pace of a heart aligned with mine. At this pace you will make fewer rash vows and more faithful steps. You will notice the person in front of you. You will savor the daily bread I provide. You will set aside the myth that more is always better, and you will discover that enough is where miracles happen. Stay with me here, breath by breath, and you will become a steady flame in a windy world, beloved. You ask how to carry this awareness into the noise of your day. Begin by consecrating small spaces. A doorway you pass through often can become an altar in your heart. Each time you cross it, whisper within, "You are here." A commute can become a chapel where your breathing becomes prayer, where the rhythm of wheels beneath you matches the rhythm of grace within you. A meal can become a covenant of gratitude where you taste not only food but favor. When you consecrate the ordinary, you will find me threaded through everything, as near as air, as present as light. I am nearer than the narrative that accuses you. When shame begins its speech, pause and ask, whose voice is this? My voice convicts to heal. It does not condemn to paralyze. My nearness dismantles the courtroom in your head and builds a home instead. In that home, truth sits with mercy, and discipline serves delight. You will grow, not by bracing against yourself, but by relaxing into me. The branch bears fruit not by clenching, but by abiding. Beloved child, you have equated intensity with intimacy, but intensity burns out. Intimacy, rooted in nearness, burns steady. I will teach you simple prayers that tether your mind to me in the middle of spreadsheets and errands. Conflict and creativity, here I am. Here you are, thank you, help me, I trust you. These are ladders laid across minutes, and angels ascend and descend upon them. In such prayers, anxiety loses its throne, and peace takes the seat reserved for it since before your first breath. There is a humility birthed in nearness. When you know I am here, you do not grasp for control with the same desperation. You make room for others to be fully human because you are resting in the one who holds the room together. You apologize more quickly, forgive more freely, listen more patiently,